I'm Demarche, the other half of Soju for Two, and it has been a while. I have not done a drama review in I think like 6 years. That does not mean that I haven't been watching dramas. I've still been watching a lot of dramas, and I figured a really good drama to be doing, currently watching on right now, to bring us back into the fold would be The King, the Eternal Monarch. And I think this is on to episode 5 on Netflix right now. And as the times are, we're watching a lot of dramas on Netflix and no longer on DramaFever, which is very sad because that closed down. And we all know that we watched a lot of dramas on DramaFever. But now we're watching on Netflix, and I like this drama a lot. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews. I was watching a couple websites, people talking about how they didn't like the sort of writing of this story. They weren't a big fan of the two leads, how they were acting. And I kind of feel the opposite. I mean, I go into an Lee Minho drama like all the Lee Minho dramas before this, sort of with that he can do no wrong. I go back to Boys Over Flowers, even though it's like when you rewatch that after 10 years, it's pretty cringy. But, I think he always does a good job of sort of making you fall in love with his character again and again and again. And I kind of feel the same way. This is one of those stories where it's a time slip, but of course it's not a time slip in the like normal sense where it's like fall back in time. You're going between parallel universes. So it's sort of a time slip in a different sense, but, this is a story that I think is more complex than a lot of people are kind of giving it credit for, and it's going to need that slow build to make sense, and I think that it's been doing that. A lot of people were saying that the romance didn't really seem like it was there yet. I don't think at episode 4 it should be there yet for a drama. We know we're tracking 10 episodes to get to a good first kiss, usually, and we already had that at 5, so I do think that this is one of those shows where there's sort of a slow build to the whole story because there's a lot going on. I want to talk about the uncle really quickly. The uncle in this drama, when I started watching it, I was like shocked about how closely he looked like Lee Minho, and I was kind of like really surprised. I didn't know who this actor was, but he really looks like an age progression of Lee Minho. So I was sort of surprised by like how closely they got the actor to look like him, and I actually think that it like really adds to the story, the believability of it. He's sort of this really nefarious, really dark character, and we know that that's going to make for like a great story in the end. Right now, obviously, like he's not my favorite character, but he's been a really dynamic one. I think his acting was amazing in the first episode, so I can't wait to see kind of where that goes. As far as the main female lead, I don't have her name right here, but of course she was in Goblin, which I really liked. She was in She's in the Trap, which was another drama that I watched that kind of really blew my mind. Really like amazing drama. So as far as like a lead goes, I mean, I think she can really hold her own. I do think that she's really reminiscent of the character from Goblin. Of course, she's supposed to be much older than the character from Goblin, especially in the first part of Goblin, but I do think she does a great job of really like, kind of going toe to toe with him. He's supposed to be this really arrogant character, which we know from every Lee Minho drama we've ever watched. He's pretty good at being that character. But, she does a great job of sort of like balancing that and making it more, more believable. There's tons of funny moments, especially like in the police station. So I think it's one of those stories where, those little moments are kind of my favorite moments. As far as the side characters in this, his right-hand man, I saw him in, I'm trying to think what it was called. It was a drama where he's like supposed to be this Lothario, and the woman falls in love with him. I thought he was really great in that. He's a great side character. And then we also have like, of course, the love triangle there with the person who like loves her, who's also a police officer. So as far as like the side characters go, they're bringing something to it, but I'm way more interested in the main love story. So I will let you know how this ends. I'm excited to see where it goes, but if you're currently watching this, let me know what you think. If you have a totally different idea about the story right now than where I'm at, but let me know what you think. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.